protested across Russia in response to opposition leader Alexei Navalny's poisoning and arrest. Riot police detained hundreds of people.
So you check if I'm on live on do you use your phone? Check if I'm live on Facebook. Just real quick.
Left him in a coma. Western
It's about 2 minutes before we go on the air.
Assassination attempt. You're listening to USA Radio News.
At the American Veterinary Medical Association annual convention in Washington, D.C., I spoke with Dr. John Howe, AVMA
Just refresh.
about One Health.
Hit refresh on yours. Huh? Just hit refresh on yours.
Where?
Or open up, no, just open up the app again and you'll see it probably.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
There's more valuable information at avma.org.
Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said that the full
There's a
chamber
delay.
will consider
What?
Janet
There's a
Yellen's
delay.
nomination
Yeah.
as Treasury Secretary
Yeah.
on Monday. The move came
There'll be a
after the
delay,
Senate
a little
Committee
bit.
on Finance voted 26-0 to send Yellen's nomination.
It's just how it is,
on
I
Senate
guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's not instantaneous.
No.
Who was the
Nothing
first
is.
woman
Nothing.
to serve
It will never be. There will always be some sort of delay.
National Guard will be staying in DC.
I mean, if it was simultaneous, that would be pretty significant when it comes to
Thousands of National Guard troops brought into the nation's capital to secure the inauguration
technology,
will
but
remain in
we're not there
Washington,
yet.
D.C. until March. The Guard will continue to support local and federal law enforcement, initially reduced to 7,000 members, and then drawing down to 5,000 troops by mid-March. Congressman Andy Biggs says there's no justification to keep the Guard in D.C. that long. The Arizona Republican tells Fox News he hopes the troops are allowed to return home soon.
There's no justification for that. They don't want to get, the Democrats don't want to get back to regular order on anything, including the nation's capital. And that is going to be a problem going forward. This is, some people have said, some commentators have suggested that this is an attempt to show power, governmental centralization of power through the stationing of military all over the United States Capitol. It is unfortunate. It shouldn't happen, and I hope that they rethink that.
From the USA Radio News Ohio Bureau, I'm Dan Naraki.
For USA Radio News, I'm Wendy King.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVVF ownership or Hotel Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
You have red mic. That red mic up.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time
So
for
that
the
goes up.
Middleboro Weekend Review with your
Goes up.
host, Joey
Mic
Gersel.
goes up.
Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVVF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. Today is January 24th, 2020. Nope, 2021. 2021. I knew I was going to do that one of these days. Mistaken 1 year for the next. Everyone does that. I sometimes see that when I was in school. I would write down, at the beginning of the year, I would write down the previous year on a worksheet. And that happened a few times. So, it is 2021, not 2020. And let's check the weather real quick before we say good morning to Dawn. The weather right now currently is 18 degrees in Middleboro and sunny. Well, not sunny yet because the sun has not come up. But it will be sunny today, 34 for the high. Monday, 39, and Tuesday, 38. Taunton, 16 degrees currently, 33 for the high. 39 on Monday, 38 on Tuesday. Driscoll, Texas, 71 degrees currently, 79 for the high. 82 tomorrow, and 77 on Tuesday in Driscoll, Texas. Driscoll, North Dakota. Get ready for this. -1 degree. Remember the negative in Driscoll, North Dakota. 18 for the high today. But the lows are in the single digits for the next couple of days. 14 for the high tomorrow. not going to see upper 20s and 30s until Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in Driscoll, North Dakota is supposed to get right back up to 25, 30 degrees. That is the weather. And I'm going to say good morning to Don.
Morning, Joe.
How are you, Don?
Not bad. Tomorrow is January 25th. And that's a significant day in my life because it's my sister Alta's birthday. So I want to wish my sister Alta happy birthday, your aunt, Alta.
Happy birthday.
Hope she has a wonderful day. I'll probably call her tonight or maybe tomorrow. But give her a shout out on live on Middleboro in Review.
We want to mention and pay tribute to two major American icons that we lost this week. First one, Larry King, who passed away yesterday. He was the host of the Larry King Show, starting from 1978. He had a whole bunch of different other shows as well. He hosted a nightly interview television program, Larry King Live on CNN, Larry King Now, which aired on Hulu, and he continued to post Politicking with Larry King, a weekly political show that aired weekly from 2013 until his death. So he had so many different shows. He worked for CNN for many years. Just a very important figure in broadcasting and on TV as well, and in radio as well. Don, what are your thoughts?
Well, I grew up with the guy, pretty much, watching him. Part of his, part of your life, an institution actually. And I saw him up to a few months ago on his other programs that he had. I'm not sure. He left CNN a few years ago. I'm not sure when. But
I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was the beginning of the 2010s. Right around there.
Yeah, all right. But he's quite active, and you said right up to his death, right?
Right up to his death.
I mean, that's what that generation does. They just work. They don't go and they have in their blood to keep going, just keep moving on. Sometimes you hear about people retiring. That guy, what was he, like 88 or something, like 1932? So
yep.
Close to 90, right? Yeah,
yep.
88, 89. So he's still working, still doing something. That's how that generation is wired. Anybody that age has to keep moving. Your grandfather, perfect example, Joey. Always doing something, always moving, always got a little project going on, always keeping busy. That's how that generation's wired. They don't lay around, they don't go on vacations,
yep.
They don't do this, they don't do that. They keep busy, they stay productive. And Larry King, same way. Because I remember seeing him, I think it was like 3 months ago I was watching something on YouTube that he had. It was pretty interesting. You don't see him as much. I mean, he was really well known on CNN. But he kept going. There's people out there who keep going. For instance, Bill O'Reilly, he's still out there.
Yep.
I mean, he's not with Fox anymore. He had some issues or whatever, got fired. But he's still out there. He has his commentary. He does his thing online. And a lot of people look for news online more than, say, other sources. People go to small little radio stations for their news, like this one. I think entertainment is changing right before our eyes as far as what people are looking to have. I think you're going to see a big difference in how people get their news and stuff. Sometimes the old might be the new again.
And the other icon that we lost this week was Hank Aaron. He was an American professional baseball right fielder, played 23 seasons in the major leagues, from 1954 to 1976. He spent 21 seasons with the Milwaukee/Atlanta Braves in the National League and 2 seasons with the Milwaukee Brewers in the American League. Aaron is regarded as one of the greatest baseball players of all time. His 755 home runs, broke the long-standing MLB record set by Babe Ruth, and stood as the most for 33 years. That was until Barry Bonds broke that record. He has hit 24 or more home runs every year from 1955 to 1973, and is one of only 2 players to hit 30 or more home runs in a season at least 15 times. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982 at his first year of eligibility. He is a 25-time All-Star. He won the World Series in 1957, 3-time Gold Glove Award winner. His number 44 has been retired by the Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee Brewers. And he has a lot of other things as well. His MLB records: 2,297 career runs batted in, 6,856 career total bases, and much, much more MLB records. He got 97% of the vote on the first ballot as a Hall of Famer. He passed away on the 22nd of January. It was Thursday. Passed away. Friday.
Yeah.
Passed away. I'm sorry. Friday. That he passed away. Don, your thoughts?
Sounds like a great career to me. Talk about a resume of greatness. And wow,
Second all time in home runs.
unbelievable. I always heard that name too, all through my life growing up. Hank Aaron. So that's too bad. But left a lifetime of achievements.
Lasting legacy on the sport of baseball.
Yeah.
Lasting legacy. All right, 7:16. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to talk a little bit about, number one, we're going to talk about dog licenses in Middleboro. We're going to continue to talk about that. I know the end of March is when they are due. We're going to talk about blood drives. There's a couple of blood drives in Middleboro coming up as well next month, in a few weeks, actually. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to give an update on the new high school. There has been a significant update there. So we're going to talk about that. There's also updates on other construction going around in Middleboro as well. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. You're listening to Middleboro in Review, 15:30 a.m., 99.7 FM. You're also probably listening to us on TuneIn as well. WVBF 15:30 a.m. is where you can find us on TuneIn. Also, Facebook. Just type in Middleboro in Review, and you will find us on Facebook. And on YouTube, Middleboro in Review, all lowercase, you'll find us there. We have most every show. I think there is about 6 or 7 that I haven't posted just yet. Working on it. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting those on to YouTube. But we'll have those up shortly for you on the next week or so. And then everything will be on YouTube and on Facebook for everyone to go check out as well. We also have an email, and it's middleboroinreview@gmail.com. I keep forgetting to say the email because I remember we have an email here for the show. It's, again, middleboroinreview@gmail.com. If you have a question you want to email us and you don't want to call in, if you want to email us a question, or if you want to email us a story that you find interesting for us to talk about, a local story for us to talk about on the show, email that. Middleboroinreview@gmail.com. All right, 7:19. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review on 1530 AM, 99.7 FM, Middleboro in Review, WVBF. All right.
How old was Hank Aaron? It was their age?
I think he was right around the same age as Larry King. Okay, let me see here. Spire Street Auto Body.
Spire Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You can reach them at 508-583-1495.
I have so many stories.
They're open
It's like
Monday through
crazy.
Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
Okay, 223.
Hi, this is Jim Larkin. Hope
So
you can join me
6,
every
7.
Sunday from noon to 2 o'clock here on WBBF, The Sounds of the Emerald Isle. We'll have some great Irish music, some folk, traditional, country, and contemporary, and sometimes some live singers in the studio. And to make you laugh, some Irish comedy. That's Sundays from noon to 2 right here on WBBF, 1530 Taunton, Middleboro, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Brown, inviting you to tune in to Talkin' Birds, a show about wild birds, birding, and conservation, right here on WVBF, broadcasting from the Taunton Federal Credit Union studios at 14 Church Green. Join us for informative interviews and fun information about birds and birding. It's Talkin' Birds, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday mornings at 9, here on WVBF, AM 1530 and 99.7 FM.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces who ride motorcycles as a hobby. Our mission is to support those who have defended our country and freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say thank you and welcome home. We have members from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our
Yeah, he was
armed
87.
forces with civil serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of
Okay.
the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our main source of aid to families in these communities is the food pantry. Open twice weekly on Wednesday and Saturday, clients can visit the pantry once a month and shop for their groceries. The pantry is open to everyone during the pandemic. Anyone affected by the COVID-19 crisis is welcome to register as a client with no income thresholds. To register by phone, just call 508-947-1717 and leave a message by selecting option 1. Your call will be returned by a volunteer who will add you to our list of clients. For the homebound or others who are self-quarantined, we will shop for you and deliver the groceries directly to your door. During the pandemic, we've taken all necessary precautions for the safety of clients and volunteers and have managed to remain open throughout the crisis.
Alright, I can go back up. Perfect. And welcome back to Middleboro in Review. Today, again, is the 24th of January, 2021. And let's talk about blood drives. There's a couple coming up Friday, February the 5th, 2021 at the Middleboro YMCA. That is at 61 East Grove Street, Middleboro, Massachusetts. From 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. The phone number there to contact them is 508-947-1390 to set up an appointment for their blood drive coming up February 5th, 2021. Again, the number is 508-947-1390. And on Tuesday, February the 16th, 2021, Church of Our Savior at 60 Union Street in Middleboro from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. 508-947-1900's number there. Again, 508-947-1900 is the number there. And finally, in Halifax on February the 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., there will be a blood drive, and that will take place at the Great Hall of the Halifax Town Hall, 499 Plymouth Street, Halifax, on Friday, February 19th. And again, the way to get an appointment there for anyone interested is to visit redcrossblood.org and type in the zip code, which is 02338, and make an appointment for people who live in the Halifax area. Just make sure to look for the particular blood drive that you want to go to. Okay, dog licensing. Very important. Next couple of weeks, the registration period is from January 1st to March 31st, so you still have some time. If you haven't licensed your dog, you still have a little more than 2 months to do so. In order to license your dogs, you will need to provide the following: a copy of a valid rabies certificate and certificate of spraying and neutering. Again, a copy of valid rabies certificate and certificate of spraying or neutering. 2, you need a fee of $15 per dog if your dog has not been sprayed. And you'll need a fee of $10 per dog if the dog has been sprayed. A reminder to license your dog has been included as an insert with the mailing of the 2021 annual town census form. Residents may complete the form and submit payment through the mail or by stopping by the town clerk's office, 20 Center Street, first floor, at the Town Hall Annex Bank Building, which is right on the corner of the center of town. And that is the Town Hall Annex, 20 Center Street, first floor. That is the Town Hall Annex Bank Building. Stop by Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. to 5 p.m. As a reminder, all dogs must be registered by March 31st. Dogs licensed April 1st or 30th will be assessed a late fee of $10. Dog licenses not renewed by May 1st are subject to a $50 fine. The late fees shall be in addition to the license fee referenced above. Okay, so that is important to do that, to go ahead and license your dog. You still have 2 months to do it, so make sure, if you haven't already, to do so. Don, let's talk Amtrak.
Oh boy.
So,
okay, what do you got?
So, December, there was some testing on the new Amtrak newest high-speed rail trains, and they were done. Not exactly sure what state they were done. Not here. Somewhere around in the United States.
Well, I look at the... I'm a big rail fan guy, so I look at a lot of videos on YouTube. And I'm not sure about the summer. I saw it over the summer. They were testing that new Acela train on the Harrisburg line. Electrification in the United States goes from Boston to Washington. They call that the Northeast Corridor. But there's a electrification branch that branches off to Harrisburg too, which is technically high-speed rail. It's electrification. So I think they were running that on that line because that's really not as busy. There's only like one Amtrak line that runs to Harrisburg from Penn Station, and I think there's some local SEPTA trains that run out of from the Pennsylvania area. I mean from the Philadelphia area, and I think they run. I don't think they run all the way to Harrisburg, but they run 20 miles out and whatnot. So I guess that's a sort of a light line as far as traffic is concerned. And but they got freight too, though, I think, on that line too. So I don't know. I saw that. But
There's a test track, 20 miles of test track outside of Pueblo,
Colorado.
which is Colorado.
They took that first.
That was back in December.
December last of 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says here, it says December 22nd, 2020.
Really?
Yes, so they must have did more.
I remember seeing that a year ago.
They must have did some more.
Right.
This must be the newest group of testing. And
maybe they testing each train as they come in to service.
Yes. The latest high-speed Acela train has been topping 166 miles per hour, which is pretty fast.
It's 10 more miles or 11 more miles an hour than the older Acela trains. It's really not the trains that's the problem. It's the track layout. Because even with the Acela that started in 2000, there's not many spots along the 467-mile route that you can get up to 150 miles an hour. Mostly through Rhode Island and parts of Connecticut and parts of Massachusetts, like through Sharon, Mansfield, that stretch, and it's going to slow down. But if you ever stood at Kingston Station, and the people film the trains, they blow through Kingston Station at 150 miles an hour because the Accelas don't stop at Kingston, Rhode Island Station. It's just a Northeast Regional only. They stop at Providence and they move all the way up to New London. So that they go through that station at 100. That's fast.
So this testing is being done by the Transportation Technology Center, and they are monitoring and evaluating performance and safety features, including traction and braking systems. The TTC test isn't easy to spot from the highway or other main roads. And after the testing is complete in early 2021, so pretty soon it will be done, the new Acela will be sent east, where it will be fitted with redesigned seating and other interior details. And by the end of 2021, and they're going to be having it go down to the Northeast Corridor. Yeah. Travel between the downtowns of Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and the District of Columbia.
Right, that's the Northeast Corridor. That's where it's going to be working.
Late 2021 is when that's going to happen.
They start phasing those trains and then taking the older Accelas out. They got to phase them in. They don't phase. They don't. If they have 50 trains, they want 50. They call it train sets. If 25 or whatever they have to make it work, they don't put 20. All the trains at once. They put some new ones in and they phase some old ones out, and then it's probably take a year or so. Just like they phased in the new MBTA commuter trains since like 2015. I've been noticing now there's more and more of them. But I did notice one thing on those newer MBTA commuter trains. They get an exhaust problem because right where the front of the train, the exhaust is this brown, black mark on the train, meaning the exhaust the heat must be so bad that it's burning the paint off the train. It's just this big black. I just notice it all the time on the newer trains. It's just this big black spot. in the front of the trains. It must be something to do with the exhaust. Exhaust comes up the front or whatever. But it's discoloring the trains already. The brand new trains. So maybe they don't have it quite right on the exhaust.
So we're gonna have some updates in the future. They said early 2021 is when this testing is gonna be done. So anytime now, this testing is done.
They have been testing though. I've been watching it for the last year.
Yeah.
They have been. They took it about a year ago. They went to Pueblo, and they did some testing, and they were testing that train on the Harrisburg line, which is electrified.
This testing will be done
Maybe the complete
very soon.
Maybe they're completing the testing.
Yeah, they're completing the testing now.
Maybe they gotta test every train.
Yeah,
That's probably what it is.
they probably have to. They definitely have to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Starts at the test track and works its way onto revenue service line, and then hopefully the first revenue train will be ready to go. Like you said, at the end of this year.
So
There's no big rush for it because there's not many people around the train.
Yeah.
Right?
So when we get another update, which I hope will be soon. I mean, like we said, early 2021 is when it's supposed to be done, the testing. So any day now. So when we get our next update, we will tell everyone about it. Until then, let's move on to our next topic, and that is the high school. The high school construction, according to a post on Facebook by Rich Young, will not be done until April vacation. It will be finished right around April vacation. It's been moved a little bit due to a COVID-19 outbreak at the construction site. So there won't be any construction, or there wasn't any construction, or construction was very slow and will continue to be very slow. And it will finish in April. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they will probably be moving in to the new high school either this school year or the next. So either they move in after April vacation or they move in September. I'm not 100% sure there.
Well,
I haven't gotten any information about that.
If they wait, it gives them all summer to move in.
Yeah.
There's no right. They don't have to do it in a week. So
the demolition of the old high school is most likely not going to happen in August. It'll probably get moved a little bit.
I think the demolition's going to go fast. These demo guys don't mess around.
The demo will go fast, but I'm saying I don't know if it's going to happen when it's going to happen.
It's going to happen fast.
It's going to happen fast, like we said.
Guaranteed. Demo is a different animal.
Yes. Demo is going to happen really fast, but like I said, it might get pushed.
I've done a lot of interior demo jobs in my career, and it happens fast. You move in and you get it done fast.
Yeah.
That's why I like doing demo, because there's plenty of money at the beginning of the job. Mm-hmm. Everyone's happy to see you, and you get paid. So that's why I always like the demo aspect. But no, the demo's going to go fast. They come in with a couple excavators, and they just knock the stuff over, and it's going to go fast.
If we have an update on demolition, we'll give that to you. We did previously say that it would be August.
Right, and also, too, believe it or not, the demo part, you are really separated from most people.
Yeah.
Okay, right now, what they're doing at the school is they're painting, they're framing, they're doing the finish work, getting everything ready, and people are in close contact with each other as far as, and they're indoors, and that's maybe why they had an issue with the COVID-19.
Yeah.
But when it comes to demo, there's going to be 6 excavators, they're all going to be by themselves, everyone's going to be separated. That job will move fast. You don't get 6 feet, you're getting 50 feet from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they rope the dumpsters. If they're hauling dumpsters out with the material, or they're putting stuff in dump trucks, everyone stays in their truck. They load the truck, they move on, they go dump it. So there's going to be no delay on.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee there's going to be no delay on the demo, and I'm going to go watch. I want to go down and watch it.
Well,
Let
if
me know.
if we do get another update on when the demolition will happen, we'll obviously give it to you here on
It's
the
gonna go
review.
fast.
And it will go fast.
It will go fast.
I'm just putting it out there, like, because the construction's been delayed. I don't know.
Right,
if
but I mean, like
demolition
I said,
will be delayed.
it's a different set of circumstances.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because everyone's in. It's the painters, it's the people putting the finish work up, it's the people doing all the adjustments, just
Yeah.
the finish work.
Yeah.
And that's might be close quarters more. But in demo, guy's sitting in an excavator by himself.
Yeah, you don't have to be close quarters.
No, you don't want to be close.
You don't want to be there. Yeah, you don't want to be.
You don't want the brick falling on your
No,
head.
you don't want to be in that
Everyone's,
situation.
everyone's separated. So, I mean, I could just see a demo company that come in, they're not going to, they don't mess around. I watch some demo companies. They don't call them a demo company for a reason. They just knock it down and leave.
Yeah.
That's how demo companies make their money. They have to move fast.
Exactly.
It's
important. It's important to do something.
That's what I'm saying. You got to see that thing go down and like nobody's business.
Yeah. All right. 7:40. We're gonna take another commercial break. When we return, we actually do have a little bit more when it comes to trains, but not Amtrak. It'll be MBTA because we'll have some updates on South Coast Rail. There's a virtual meeting coming up this upcoming week that we're gonna talk about. And then after that, we'll see what time it is. Might be one or two more topics to talk about as well. So when we return, we'll have MBTA South Coast Rail to talk about. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review 1530 AM 99.7 FM WVBF. All right.
You give me some time to talk about.
Yeah,
routine.
we're gonna-
It's just 30 seconds early.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
We're
nothing
gonna
major.
now after South Coast Rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna.
Anybody tune in on Facebook?
There's a small update on that. There's one person watching. I don't know who it is, as it didn't tell me who it was. The Facebook didn't tell me. Okay. Might be Paul Lazarovich.
Is it Paul?
It might be. Paul Lazarovich did say he was tuning in. He was going to tune in tomorrow. Whoever's watching, give us a hello or a wave on the Facebook.
About the importance of vaccination. Amidst a global pandemic, routine doctor's visits and vaccinations like the yearly flu vaccine are more important than ever. With our healthcare system pushed to its limits in fighting COVID-19, it's critical to get your annual flu shot. Flu shots help reduce the risk of illness, hospitalization, and death while saving healthcare resources to fight COVID. Vaccines have been shown to be safe and effective in eradicating once common diseases. Be sure to listen to trusted sources of vaccine information and ask your doctor if you have any questions. By protecting yourself, you're helping to protect your community. We'll be
How do you know somebody's watching?
Because it says two people are watching.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Combat Veteran Motorcycle
I'm not sure
Association is an
who
association
it is. Are you watching?
I'm watching now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's one of them's you. One of them's you.
No, one. I just tuned out, so now it says one again. Right?
It should in 1 second. Yeah.
focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or simply to say
It still
thank you
says two.
and welcome home. From nearly all 50 states and living abroad, many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving
All right.
in combat areas
163.
now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity
Surprised I never heard from my cousin.
and as a non-profit organization,
Looking nice.
donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our base of operations is in the lower level of the parish hall on Oak Street, directly across the street from Sacred Heart Church in downtown.
We do have a few food bank related articles, but I'm not gonna get to them today. talk about them next week, for sure. We're not going to get to them today.
Utilities and rent assistance, agency referrals, clothing and furniture vouchers, and temporary lodging. For more information, go to svdb.middleboro.org. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
7:45:43. And we're back here on Middleboro in Review. And today is the 24th of January, 2021. This week coming up is the MLB 2021 Class Hall of Fame announcement. So that'll be interesting to watch if anyone wants to watch that. I believe it will be on MLB Network. Not sure exactly what channel that is. You need to check your local listings for that. MLB Network this week will be announcing the Hall of Fame class of 2021 for the MLB. There's a couple of Red Sox players who are in contention to be in this year's class, so that'd be interesting to see some Red Sox players get in this year. All right, the MBTA will host a virtual meeting. That's coming up on the 27th of January. The MBTA will host a virtual community meeting on the South Coast Rail project, a Middleboro community meeting on the South Coast Rail project on Wednesday, January 27th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The project team will present an update on Phase 1, the new Middleboro station, and the start of construction in Middleboro. Following the presentation, the team will be available to take feedback and to answer questions. Information on how to join via Zoom is available at www.mbta.com. Under upcoming events, a recording will be posted after the event for those who cannot attend. Please contact the project team with any questions at southcoastrail@state.ma.us. Again, that's dot.state.ma.us. This is one of a series of community meetings that will be hosted by the MBTA in the future. The meetings in other communities will be announced via email and on the project website. This meeting is accessible to people with disabilities and those limited proficiency in English. Closed caption in English will be provided. Other accessibility accommodations and language services will be provided free of charge upon request, as available. Such services include documents and translated documents and interpreters. For more information or to request a reasonable accommodation or language services, please email reginavill.com or call 617-357-5772, extension 16 by January the 20th, and that's already passed. All right, so that's coming up. Make sure if you're able to do so, check out the virtual meeting for the South Coast Rail, because that's very important. And we're going to switch it over to Don, because he has a few things he wants to say about, I think it was Route 18, right?
Route 18 is beautiful. It's absolutely, it's getting there, getting along. They've been working on that road a while between South Weymouth and Abington, Route 139. They're couple putting 2 lanes in each direction. New bridge at the commuter rail at the railroad tracks there, and it's been a mess for years. It's just, oh my god. Even up to like beginning of the summer, you drive down there. I didn't drive down there because I want shocks and I want my tires to be in one place. They were horrible, all patchwork, but it seems like it's all coming together now. It's as soon as you get off of Route 3 and you're heading southbound, you go up the hill, past the old Stetson Shoes, which is now Children's Hospital there, and down towards South Shore Hospital. That stretch of roads, 2 lanes in each direction. The stretch between, I'd say, the Mary Lou's and the hill up to South Shore Hospital has always been 2 lanes, but and then it's 2 lanes all the way up over the bridge. The bridge is built, but it's still just 1 lane in each direction. But now now you're going over the newer bridge, and they're demoing the old one. And looks like the whole bridge is complete, but what they got to do is, I guess, when they're done demoing the old one, they got to fix the approaches, because it looks like that bridge is like way over in the woods almost. So I think the approach for that bridge in South Weymouth is going to be an angled approach, not a straight. But we'll see how that comes out. Looking at, like, to me, people will go over, and then all the way through the rest of South Weymouth into Abington. Pretty much all the way up to Route 139 and 18 is pretty much where the project ends. Goes down to 1 lane. It's all 2 lanes. It's they're working on the sidewalks. They got some. I think maybe 1 more. I think in the spring. Looks like in some areas they might pave it 1 more time. I think it's the first coat of pavement. And I guess once they put the lines down and maybe some reflectors, it's gonna be awesome. You're moving right along now. It's and then the left and right turns you have in the middle, as far as the arrows, so you don't have to block on the lane. But it's gonna be so much better. That area is the economical valuation, the economical everything that's going with that road is gonna help that area, because that road has always been a mess. I've been driving up that road since 1990, off and on. Talking a lot of, talking 30-something years, So it's been a long, long time. That road has been a disaster, mess, traffic. It's a 2-lane, nice wide lanes. It's gonna be good. So I think they're gonna finish it in the spring. They got some housekeeping stuff to do, sidewalks and maybe 1 more layer of pavement. But it's gonna be really good when it's 100%. It's good now. It's a pleasure to drive down the road when you're not sitting in traffic and the bumps are horrendous on the suspension of your car. So it's good. It took a while for that to be pieced together, but it seems like they pieced it together pretty quickly. You've been down there recently, right, Joe?
Yeah, 18 is nice. 18 is very nice.
Well, it's not 100% nice. It's not done.
No, it's not done, but it's nice.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Yeah.
All right. We have a couple of sports updates here. 1, Josh McDaniels is staying with the Patriots. There was some consideration where he would be going somewhere else. There was some talk about the Eagles, but the Eagles, I believe, have picked a replacement coach. So Josh McDaniels is staying put. Also, guess who is back as a coach in the Patriots, Don?
A coach? Head coach?
No, not a head coach, but guess who's back on the coaching staff in New England? Take a guess.
Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia is indeed back as a Patriots coach.
What happened? Did he get fired from Detroit?
He got fired from Detroit this past season.
How long was he a coach in Detroit? Good 5?
Couple of years, yeah. Couple of years. He's back in New England. I'm excited.
He was, well, I mean, him and Belichick work good together.
Yes.
It's a bad year for the Patriots.
They will continue to work good together. I think next year will be a bounce back year.
I'm not rooting for Tampa Bay.
There is...
I'm not.
There is one of our friends who is.
Who's that?
I got an email this week from our friend in Pennsylvania,
Oh, yeah.
Bill.
No.
So he says...
No. I want to see the Bills.
He says Buffalo.
I want to see Buffalo.
Buffalo. He says Buffalo walks all over Kansas City, and Tampa Bay upsets Green Bay.
No way.
And Tom Brady wins another Super Bowl.
At the end of the day, okay, and I consider myself a fair weather friend as far as the Patriots. You right a little bit. You agree?
Yes.
But there's always there's always Iommi Ozzy. There's always John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Okay? For me, it's Belichick and Brady. Belichick's the genius in my eyes. You know what I mean? I like Brady. I'm not knocking him, but I just think Belichick is the master. And he didn't have nothing to work with this year with all the COVID stuff, right? He didn't have really a good team to play with, right?
No, he didn't.
No,
he didn't.
So, not being sore loser here, but I want to see the Bills win.
I do too, especially
really
after the nightmare of the 90s where they went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost every single one.
Yeah, which were Robert Krowski, he didn't want to come back with us, but then all of a sudden Brady goes to Tampa Bay and boom, he's a player. That's like an ambush, don't you say? Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah. I think
I mean,
it's going to be interesting to see.
They're great players.
Kansas City is not 100%, so I agree with Bill when it comes to Buffalo and Kansas City. I don't think I agree with him with Tampa Bay and Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to be a little bit better. I think Green Bay actually beats Tampa.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think Green Bay actually beats Tampa.
So what do you think? It's going to be Green Bay and Buffalo?
It'll be Green Bay and Buffalo. I really do think so.
All right.
So if Bill is listening, I'm sorry. I don't agree with you there, Bill.
Yeah, right. No.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's from Western Pennsylvania, right?
Western Pennsylvania, yep. Our friend from Western Pennsylvania sent me an email this week with predictions for the NFC and AFC championship games. All right, 7:56, and we're gonna talk about today in history, birthdays, and everything else. All right, 1933, today in history. The 20th Amendment to the United States Constitution is ratified, changing the beginning and end of terms for all elected federal offices. Don, do you know the terms and how many years? Like, when it comes to example, senator.
Yeah, no, I do. Senator, U.S. Senator is 6 years.
Yep.
House of Representative is 2.
Yep.
Executive branches, meaning the president. Governors are 4.
Yep.
And that's it. Right? What am I missing?
Supreme Court?
Lifetime.
Right.
Okay.
So those are the terms.
Well,
for most.
Well, it's funny because you're talking federal.
I mean, that's what they are now.
Well, you're talking federal, state. I think some states a lifetime too. Yeah. But county judges and stuff like that, they're elected.
Yes.
In some places. You know that, right?
Yeah.
There's elections for sheriffs. There's elections for... In some parts of the state.
In this state there is, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
In other states there are as well.
Right, exactly.
All right, birthdays. Ernest Borgnine, American actor, born on this day in 1917. Yeah. 1947, the great singer-songwriter who wrote the hit Werewolves in London.
Warren Zevon.
Born on this day in 1947. There's also other great songs that he did.
Lawyers, Guns, and Money.
Yeah.
Excitable Boys. Bunch of good stuff.
Yeah. I was watching a couple weeks ago. He was on David Letterman. And I think this was in like 2002. And he announced that he had cancer. Yeah. And he was gone not even a year later. His last appearance on David Letterman. And not even a year later, he was gone. 1949, John Belushi, American actor and screenwriter, passed away at the young age of 32 or 33, depending on when his birthday or when he died. Not exactly sure when he died. Deaths on this day, we lost the famous And very important to United Kingdom history, Prime Minister Winston Churchill passed away on this day in 1965. He's also a Nobel Prize laureate as well. 2019, Rosemary Bryant Mariner, American United States naval aviator, passed away 2 years ago in 2019. 1993, Thurgood Marshall, American lawyer, 32nd United States Solicitor General as well, passed away on this day in 1993.
He was in the Supreme Court, too.
28 years ago.
Obviously, I said Supreme Court, too.
18 years ago. 28 years ago. Yes, Supreme Court as well. And he lived a really, really good life and passed away 28 years ago today. All right, 8 a.m. Stay tuned for Bird of Life coming up after the news. Rosary at 8:30, 9 o'clock, Talking Birds, 9:30, Keys of the Kingdom, 10 o'clock, All on God, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, the 11 o'clock, the Musical Odyssey program, I'm sorry. 12 o'clock, Sounds of the Emerald Dial. And at 2 o'clock, the Tony Branch and Ed Miller program as well.
Stand Up Strong.
Stand Up Strong. So that will be it for today's program. Stay tuned for a great lineup of programs for today on WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Perfect. Done. Whew. Talk to you later, everybody.